1/4 inch drive. These are precision, mighty tools in the hands of people who understand what they're doing. I like a 1/4 inch ratchet. I think it's one of my favorite tools next to a really good wrench, right? Maybe like a good offset wrench. Something that fits into tight spots and makes a job a lot easier. That's what I appreciate with 1/4 inch drive. You know, the long ratchet here, the ability to reach down into cumbersome spots to otherwise get your hand into or get clearance on, such as a timing cover. You know, a little bit of extra leverage and reach on doing manifold bolts or getting into tight spots for exhaust and what have you. And you want the slimness of a 1/4 inch drive, but you need extra handle and extra beef. Comfort grip handle turns everyday tasks where you're torquing stuff up into more pleasant jobs. Plus, if the ratchet is cold and you're outside in the cold, comfort grip is good. I used to work around a lot of chemicals. That's what's on here, as a hardening agent for a coating. And if you had to service the pump and it got on the soft grip, it would just wreck it. So that's why all my handles from here on forward are always going to be metal handles. I like the flex heads, locking and regular flex. This is old school Craftsman with the reverse direction built into the dial. Standard Craftsman where you get the spinner at the top. These are handy to get the fastener started. Same thing with this Husky. This Husky has been my go-to ratchet for 20 plus years. This is an old SK knockoff. It was my dad's. Growing up as a kid, I didn't know sizes, so I just called it a mini ratchet. He actually kept it in a little metal tin. You know, longer reach, slender. These things are powerful at giving you extra torque, extra reach, extra everything, all in one package. And then, you know, getting into dashboards, behind dashboards, into consoles, doing electrical brackets. Like if you're removing circuit boards and they're held in place by some 8mm screws or something, these are perfect. You don't over torque stuff. Same thing with this little guy, doing small fasteners that don't need a whole lot of torque. But to any of the pros that are out there, I'm already preaching to the choir, and I can't tell you guys anything. You'll tell me something. But to the guys that are starting out and building their repertoire, like I used to think one, maybe 2 1/4 inch drive ratchets was enough. As long as I had a representation, I was good. And oh, little did I know. I've come to the realization now in my later years that you're never done buying tools. You should always be refining, adding, tweaking. 2 is 1, 1 is none. Well, 3 is better than 1, 4 is better than 1, and then having multiple boxes on the go, and one's for the road, and one's for in the shop, and one's for working on this, and one's for working on that. I mean, I've got this box that I picked up on an estate sale up top. Well, it's time to start fitting that out with some extras, you know? And then I've got my regular box that I grab when I'm in the garage. And then over here, we've got the road box that you guys have been seeing. They all need to be fitted out. And one of the things that's a bit of a hassle with tools is when you go out somewhere, if you've only got 1 or 2 ratchets, it's easy to grab one, but it's also easy to not have what you need. So I like to fit out and have abundance, have selection, put them in the box, you've got them. And then you don't get to where you're going and find out, oh, I wish I would have took, you know, this one or that one. Well, it's already in the box. Grab the box and go. But a 1/4 inch drive has huge ability to torque up to like a 12 or even a 15mm fastener up to 9/16 and do it quite effectively. I was cracking 10mm cam bearing retainers off with 10mm with 1/4 inch drive and 10mm. Worked quite effectively. So I like quarter inch drive. It's just, it doesn't feel clunky. You know, to you guys that do any shooting, what's the feel of a 20 gauge shotgun compared to a 12? I mean, right tool for the job, but a 20 gauge swings faster, it's lighter, it's easier to carry. There is sometimes an advantage to going with a little bit smaller package. So tell me what you think. What are your comments on ratchets, quarter inch drive specific? What do you like? What do you get? The one thing that's missing out of this is the quarter inch drive with the 3/8 head. I don't have that yet. Haven't really gotten into a lot of situations where it was absolutely necessary. But hey, more is better, so we'll add it too. Tell me what you think. Lay out a comment. We'll talk soon.